What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. Alright, so we're going to be doing this month's event quest here. We're going to be doing the Uncollected difficulty and showing off just the bosses here. So first up is going to be this symbiote here, the golden symbiote, and yeah, he's pretty much the same as before. He's got his normal debuff immunity, and he's got that annoying 24, basically 25% chance to dodge all attacks. He's got cornered, or not cornered, he's got spite, but he only has the 2 bars of power, so he doesn't have a special 3 active anyway, so that doesn't matter. And I'm bringing in Killmonger here just because Killmonger, of course, can get that true strike if I evade his special 1 and then I go in and attack right after. Yeah, as you can see, he's dodging quite a bit, so now I just need to bait out a special 1 here, and I did get clipped by it. I played pretty badly in this clip. I was kind of just playing it while I was laying in bed, so I wasn't really concentrating too much. I figured it would be an easy fight for Killmonger, but yeah, I kept making a lot of mistakes here. But anyway, Killmonger is going to be a really good counter for this golden symbiote if you have him, because as you can see there, as long as you can dodge Cyclops' special 1 and go in, you should be good, and then you get your true strike, and yeah, you can just keep pummeling on him and you don't have to worry about the evade. And he gains enough power where you can just keep baiting out the special 1 and going in and punishing that, so you don't have to worry about him being unstunnable. And if you just keep getting Killmonger's tier 2, his special 2 off, then you can have your indestructible charges there, which as you can see I used up quite a bit of those already, and I dashed in right there. I wasn't expecting him to get the power that quickly, but he had the spite going on, so that's why he built up to that special 1 quicker than I thought. And then I make the mistake of not throwing my special 2, so I'm stuck here with my special 3, and I'm just like, well, let's go ahead and see how much damage I can do before I die here, because I don't have my indestructible charges from my special 2 anymore, so I'm just going to kind of beat away at him because he's immune to bleed, so I didn't even bother throwing the special 3, which I suppose I could have, because then I could build back up to a special 2 and then keep going. But I'm putting in a decent amount of work here with Killmonger. But I think we end up going down pretty soon here because, yeah, I get clipped by the special 1 again there. Yeah, I was just playing really bad there. Normally you can dodge his Cyclops special 1 quite easily. Just need to make sure that you dodge pretty much right when he starts shooting the beam and swipe all the way back. But of course, if you have Blade here, Blade does have his danger sense, so you can get a lot of damage in because of that, and also it will reduce the amount of evades that he does, even though it says his his ability accuracy cannot be modified. Was it willpower or something like that? It seems like it still works on his evade, because he evaded a lot less against Blade than my past experiences. But anyway, we're going to move on to the next fight here. So now we have Hood. So Hood, he's got increased crits, he's got defensive, he's got biohazard, and he's got this nano plague, which is basically if you would get a poison debuff placed on you, but you're immune to that poison, you get a shock debuff instead. So basically just make sure you don't attack into Hood while he's blocking. That's the main thing to do, as long as you have a dual immunity champion here. Well, I guess you technically don't need a dual immunity champion here. As long as you have a bleed immune champion here, just make sure you don't attack into his blocks so you don't get either the poison or the shock, and you should be good, because it's pretty much just a straightforward Hood fight from there. He is defensive, so that's why it does make it a little harder sometimes, because you kind of want to just dash in and hit him on block just to try to coax out a special or make him do something, but you need to kind of avoid that. So that's why I went in with Sentinel here. Sentinel is just going to slowly whittle him down, but even though Hood is supposedly defensive, for this particular fight for me, he seemed to be pretty much normal. I mean, he was throwing specials consistently, he kept trying to attack into me, so as you can see there, I tried to go in for a heavy attack, because a lot of times for these defensive nodes, if they are holding their block in the corner there, they actually let you get a heavy attack off for the most part, so that just shows me that this Hood's not quite as defensive as I was expecting him to be. But either way, Sentinel's making short work of him, so just go in with a bleed immune champion, make sure you don't attack into his block, and then it's pretty much just a normal Hood fight from there. Yeah, so that's Hood down. That's the second boss out of the way, and we got a little bit of rewards here, 6-7 hits, and now we're moving on to Who are we moving on to? Okay, we're moving on to Hela. So now we have Hela here, which was actually quite annoying to fight because of that Death's Embrace. Start a fight, and every 30 seconds she'll gain a Fury, but then when she gains a Fury, she also gains Unstoppable for 5 seconds, which is super annoying. Then we have Burden of Might, and yeah, this Hela was just really annoying to fight. It gave me some like flashbacks of when I was fighting that rogue that would go indestructible all the time in the Captain Marvel challenge. And I brought in She-Hulk here just because I wanted to see if I could prevent her from going unstoppable with She-Hulk's heavy attack, the slow, because slow is supposed to stop unstoppable from triggering. But no, it's a passive unstoppable, so you cannot get rid of it. So that was kind of disappointing. So now I'm just trying to go in here and just do as much damage as I can with She-Hulk before she dies. I already made the mistake of attacking into Hela once while she had the Unstoppable up, so that took, as you can see, like 70% of my HP down from like one combo, so that was not pleasant. So yeah, now we're just gonna work our way down. So pretty much for the Hela fight here is, oh yeah, she also has Rage, I forgot about that. So she's gonna go unblockable when you got the 5 Furies up from doing more than 5%, or yeah, 5% of her max HP for a single hit, which She-Hulk can do quite easily because She-Hulk can dish out quite a bit of damage with those Furies. So now I'm going to go in with Blade here, get that nice danger sense. At least I think so, right? Because I have Ghost Rider on team. I've already forgotten. Yeah, I did bring Ghost Rider in. So yeah, now we're just going to try to whittle her down with Blade and hope that the danger sense can prevent some of the annoying Unstoppables and just the Furies from building up. So yeah, I think we do okay with Blade here. I'm just trying to get those bleeds on, do as much damage over time with the bleeds, so I don't have to worry about the Unstoppable as much. And there she goes, Unstoppable yet again. So yeah, she's unstoppable for like, oh, and then we, yeah, okay, we ended up dying there. I thought I finished with the Blade. But anyway, the Unstoppable, man, she's unstoppable for like more than half of the fight. It's so annoying. I hate that kind of mechanic where they do stuff like that. It's just, I mean, you can kind of play around it, but it's just so annoying to do. It just seems really cheap from to put that in there. It's just super annoying. They can do anything else but this. I don't know, it just frustrates me when you have to deal with like unstoppable for more than half the fight, just having them randomly go unstoppable. Because as you can see there, I did a hit that triggered the Rage, so that she got the Fury because I did more than 5% of her max HP, and that made her go unstoppable immediately, and then she immediately punished me because I was in mid-combo. Here I'm just activating my special 2 because her indestructible is going to wear off and I just need to do 1 damage, and yeah, there we go, finished it out with Mephisto. So yeah, just a really annoying fight. I mean, you just have to play that slow and careful, I guess, so I don't really have too much advice for that one. I kind of just brute force my way through there. But now we're going up against this Void here, which is bleed immune. He's got adaptive, and I've already forgotten the other stuff. I didn't read that quick enough. But he's got a lot of annoying stuff going on here. Oh yeah, he's got the regen whenever you gain a buff. I've already forgotten what it is, but as you can see there, it's like 25% of it, like his HP or something like that. So it's a ridiculous heal that you're getting. And there's also the bubble shield, so after I take 10 hits, the next attack's going to be unblockable. So we're just going to start whittling him down with She-Hulk here, and my kind of plan with She-Hulk is, as you can see there, I'm going to put up that Petrify so that it turns off his healing, so I don't have to worry about that. It doesn't, I don't notice if it reverses it. It's supposed to, because he's supposed to get like minus 15% or something like that. Yeah, so he does take a little bit of damage now every time he regens, and right there, I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know why I got hit by that. I've been having a lot of dropped inputs, like my block just randomly stopping on me, so it could have been that that happened right there. As you can see, that debuff is really hurting us, but one of the reasons that I wanted to bring She-Hulk in is because against Science Champions, every time she hits them, she has a chance to purify a debuff, so that's why, as you can see there, purified. You know, like any time, I didn't have to get to a 10-hit combo to purify that debuff, so that's what makes She-Hulk really good against Void, is as long as you're able to keep attacking into him, you can purify those debuffs. So as you can see, She-Hulk was able to take him down, so quite nice kind of rework and buff to She-Hulk here. I've really enjoyed playing She-Hulk since that rework, so I use her in a lot of content now. She's just so useful because of her damage output and just even some of that utility to get around evade and unstoppable. So now we're moving on to this Human Torch. So this is the first time that I fought a Human Torch, but as I'm speaking right now, I've definitely fought Human Torch a lot more because of the bounty missions. So this was just my very first encounter with him, so it was a very, very sloppy fight. But I go in with Domino first just to kind of test the waters, just to see what his animations are like and see how quickly he gets into Incinerate and stuff like that. And I was just really lucky there to dodge that special one. I was just kind of spamming dash back. I was like dash back, dash back, dash back, and then I just happened to get through that special one. But I'm still not very good at evading the special one. That one I just fully blocked. So I found that actually for Human Torch, it's easier for me personally to fully evade his special 2. The special 1 I seem to have to block most of the time because I can't ever seem to get the timing down. I really feel like he changes the speed of the special 1 animation like each time he does it. It's so weird. Like sometimes it's a little bit quicker, sometimes a little bit slower. It's probably just me, but it seems like there's some variation in the speed of the special 1. And now we have to deal with the Incinerate, but I wasn't able to dodge the special one anyway, but he had his Incinerate buff up. So yeah. Anyway, so for Human Torch on his special 2, it's pretty much the same as Sentry's special 2. So when you see him kind of fly up into the air and then start dashing towards you, same as Falcon as well, the same kind of timing. So when they start getting close to you while dashing towards you, you just dash backwards and then they'll kind of just attack thin air right there. Except for Human Torch, you have to dash back twice because of the range on the end of his special 2, so you just need to make sure you evade that. But the downside to that is if you mistime the evade on his special 2, and yeah, we go down there, mistime the evade on his special 2, it does a ton of damage to you. It adds Incinerates, it can stun you for like 5 seconds, like it's a super long stun, so you're pretty much done for if you don't fully evade the special 2, whereas the special 1 doesn't do very much damage. So even if you mess up the evade on the special 1, you can still take quite a few special 1s before you die, but pretty much one special 2 and you're done for. So now we're going in with Stark Spidey here, and I found that Stark Spidey did quite well because you just want to go in with like quick bursty champions. You just want to do as much DPS as you can as quickly as possible, just get the fight over with. Seems like drawing out the fight it gives him too much opportunity to get kind of his temperature up and just start destroying you, because now he is going to be putting Incinerates on me because I put some debuffs on him, or some damage over time. He also has Limber, I think that's what that was, because I tried to stun him there and he didn't stay stunned for very long. But either way, he's only got a tiny bit of health left, so we'll be able to take him out. So yeah, my next fights of him have been a little bit easier since we've been fighting the bounty versions of Human Torch, but either way, it's still a pretty annoying fight. You definitely don't want to go in with Blade normally because he's got that ramp up when he has a damage over time. Is it bleed or damage over time? One of the two he gets a huge benefit from, so you kind of want to avoid that at all costs. So Void is a good counter, so if you have any kind of Incinerate immunes like Void or Void's probably the best option. Havoc is another really good option. She-Hulk is actually a good option. I should mention that She-Hulk is a very good option for Human Torch because she can, what I was mentioning with Void earlier, you can purify the debuffs that are put on you, so she can get rid of those Incinerates and not have to deal with them as long as you're attacking into Human Torch. So she's actually a really good counter as well if you have her. And now we're moving on to Annihilus here. So Annihilus, I brought in Scarlet Witch here just to kind of test the waters, and of course she has type advantage, so I just wanted to see how she would do, and she didn't do very well. Her damage was like super low against him. She didn't nullify his kind of control rod thing that he's got going on there, so she didn't really even do what I wanted her to do. So overall, it was kind of just a wasted attack, and there I got clipped by that special 1. It's got like weird timing, and his heavy attack is very quick. I was surprised by that, how quick his heavy attack goes off. So now I'm like, all right, what are we gonna do here? So I'm just gonna go in with I went with She-Hulk here first. So I'm like, all right, well, now I kind of figured out what his attack animations look like, because again, this is the first time I fought him except for that 2-star Annihilus that was after after that Void fight. So this is going to be the first time that I've fought him, pretty much. And yeah, So, She-Hulk here actually worked out quite well because of her damage output. She builds up those Furies and she just hits really hard. So I put that slow on there so he wouldn't get the unstoppable while I'm dashing back. And I'm assuming it worked because he wasn't getting unstoppables while that was up. It could just be coincidence because I didn't notice if his unstoppable was a passive or not, but I'm pretty sure that it was working. And my strategy here, since Annihilus was aggressive, is all you have to do is bait out that special one, dodge the last part of the special one, and then you just wait for like a second or two and you can pretty much intercept him every time because he'll charge you very, very consistently after the special one. So as you can see here, I wait for a second and charge. So yeah, you can pretty much time that out because he reliably dashes in every time after the special one. So that's what really helped me during this fight. So I would just wait there and then wait for him to start charging. And because you have so much distance, because he jumps backwards from the special one, it's a lot easier for you to react in time because you can react to him dashing a lot easier because you have that distance between you. So yeah, She-Hulk's just whittling him down. I'm building up those Furies and just hitting super hard. So even though he has all of those physical damage reduction, physical resistance, I'm still hitting super hard. So again, She-Hulk working for another fight here. But of course, if you just want to kind of cheese the fight or get through the fight easily, if you don't have like a really good counter or you're just not good at fighting Annihilus, Ronin just works really well as well. As long as you have an awakened Ronin, you can do the special one stun lock strategy because of all of the buffs on Annihilus, and he will keep Annihilus stunned the entire time, and you just whittle him down. So even a 3-star Ronin will work here. It's just getting up to your special one without dying is the only thing you need to worry about. So anyway, that's going to be all of the bosses for this month's event quest. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.